These are the images the government wants to draw attention to. More migrants boarding the controversial Bibby Stockholm barge. And a task force targeting dodgy lawyers who create fake asylum claims. A sign, they say, that their immigration policies are progressing. To their critics, a distraction from a system on the brink.
Has the Home Office lost a grip on the immigration system, Mr Chalk?
The Home Secretary has been avoiding scrutiny, so it was the Justice Secretary today with the latest on who is to blame.
Every time they come up with a fraudulent story which leads to that person staying in the country, that could be someone who has absolutely no right to be here. That could be somebody about whom the nation has a serious security concern, for example. So it is extremely serious, and it's also very corrosive for trust in lawyers as a whole.
But for all the tough talk, will this really be the step change that's been promised?
This is a very, very small minority of lawyers, very, very tiny compared to the vast members of the profession who are upholding very, very high standards. You know, claims at the moment are taking over a year to be dealt with. That's what the government needs to be focusing on. And announcing this task force is just a distraction from what really needs to be going on.
This week, the government is focused on immigration, but not their own record. The backed-up asylum system, the 50,000 people stuck in hotels, and the 130,000 claims unprocessed. Instead, they've pointed the finger elsewhere. The dodgy lawyers, the human rights charities stopping people from getting on the barge, and behind it all, they say, the Labour Party.
The idea that the official opposition that's not been in government for more than 13 years is responsible for the crisis that has been created in the asylum system by the Conservatives' failure to tackle it is nothing short of risible.
Amid rising tensions, the Conservative Party's deputy chair directed his anger at the migrants themselves, saying in his own unpolished style, if they don't like barges, then they should F off back to France. And despite the language, Number 10 this afternoon backed his comments. He couldn't be further away from it all, though. The Prime Minister clearly happy to be on holiday with his family in Santa Monica, rather than in the midst of an immigration row. Rishi Sunak will have to face the fallout, though, on his return. Liz Bates, Sky News, Westminster.